For geography this week, we're going to start looking at a global perspective of Australia within its position within the globe, and then we're going to be looking at its neighbours. So we looked at this previously. If you were to cut across the Earth, so if this is the Earth here, and you had an imaginary line and you went through the middle of the Earth, we call these hemispheres. So we have the southern hemisphere at the bottom, and we have the northern hemisphere over here, as you can see. Then if we were to cut it again, we have the eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. So Australia actually lies in the southeastern hemisphere over here. Okay, as you can see. You can read some of this here if you like, but it's just some added information. That's just a summary there. The continent of Australia it shares marine territorial boundaries with its neighbours. So what that means is that it shares the same water boundaries as New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, and Indonesia. And we're going to look at these particular countries in a lot more detail throughout the rest of our learning for the term. The first place that we're looking at is Indonesia, and it's Australia's closest neighbor. So you could see that here's Indonesia and here's Australia. It's our actual closest neighbor. A lot of people think that New Zealand is the closest neighbor, but you can see that it is actually Indonesia. We just have a lot more in common with New Zealand. And then the second and third largest neighbors are Papua New Guinea and New Zealand. And that's what we're going to be looking at. And this is the Oceania region. There's a lot of other islands there too. What I want you to do is choose one of the neighboring countries. I don't want you to do Australia. So you can either do New Zealand. You can do some of the islands like Vanuatu, which would be a great holiday actually, Papua New Guinea or Indonesia. So you just need to write the name of the place, the capital city. So you don't do Australia. So not Australia. Any other place that's close to Australia, okay? Any famous landmarks you can draw, you can upload it if you want, and just go through. This won't take you long. It's just you don't need full sentences. You just need to research and put the answer. Population, language, currency. So language is what language they speak. Obviously, currency is a type of money that they use. That not everybody uses dollar. What continent it is on, and if it is a first, second, or third world country. So, for example, Australia is a first world country, meaning that we have access to clean water. We have a government that provides us with benefits if we need it. We are all able to go to school. We have a lot of programs for people that need assistance if they do need assistance. Some countries are not like that. Okay, that's probably the one that's going to take you the longest to research.